When you click yes, you ask to scan the fingerprint of that voter.
Parliament's earlier confidence in the government's promise to modernize Uganda's electoral process was tested today as legislators reopened debate on the long-awaited biometric voter verification system. In April, the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Norbert Mao, assured Parliament that the 2026 general elections would incorporate a fully functional biometric system to prevent ballot stuffing and repeated voting. This commitment became a reality in late October when 20,000 biometric machines were delivered in the country, marking a significant milestone in the preparations for the 2026 January polls. When Parliament resumed plenary after recess, concerns about the regulations governing the use of the machines dominated the session. The leader of opposition, Joel Senyonyi, questioned why, with only a month left before Ugandans head to the polls, the government has not yet presented clear regulations on how biometric verification will be implemented.
We have 1 month to an election. They keep coming and asking for money, including some of the supplementaries that are going to be tabled. They want money for the voter verification machines. What guidelines are you going to base on? I saw candidate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. He made a statement when he was campaigning somewhere. He said, the biometric machines are what we are going to use mandatorily. A polling station where the machine will not work, voting will not happen. I was a bit confused there and I want government to clarify.
His concern was echoed by Kampala Central Member of Parliament Muhammad Nsereko, who insisted that Parliament must legislate key provisions, including a requirement for the Electoral Commission to stop voting at any polling station where the biometric system fails.
Unless we legislate and embed the tool that, because you remember during the other election, the Electoral Commission came out and said when some of the machines collapsed, that now you can go and refer to the manual register. You understand what I'm saying? So in case that happens, how is the voter, the candidate, and the electoral process, in this case, how would it be viewed?
Can I find out?
As specifically
Can
right?
I find out?
In response, Attorney General Chiriowa Chiwanuka downplayed the urgency, stating that the existing legal framework already empowers the Electoral Commission to effectively manage the electoral process.
Right now, I am telling you, you have sufficient legal infrastructure to run the BVV case. And if Electoral Commission feels that the election should not take place there, it is within the law under Section 12 of the Electoral Commissions Act. So there is nothing to worry about.
Can we organize for Electoral Commission to have an interaction with us so that we get to understand what the machines do, how they are supposed to be used, so that we go out there to tell the people that this is what you expect.
The focus of the House soon shifted to the increasing use of supplementary expenditures, sparking heated debate as legislators reviewed 3 schedules totaling shillings 8.1 trillion for the 2025-2026 financial year. Presenting the Joint Committee report, Patrick Isiagi, chairperson of the Budget Committee, outlined the allocation in the 3 supplementary schedules. Under Schedule Number 1, totaling shillings 1.6 trillion, the government is requesting for, among others, State House 300 billion, Office of the President 20.4 billion, Uganda Police Force 183 billion, Uganda Land Commission 108 billion, Ministry of Agriculture 103 billion. Schedule Number 3, totaling 6.8 trillion, allocates, among others, State House 159.9 billion, Ministry of Defense 305.4 billion, Ministry of Health 69.6 billion, Ministry of Energy 188.6 billion, Ministry of Works 692.5 billion.
This money includes 79, so I beg your pardon, 79.46 billion for procurement of handy hose for 7 million households.
Meanwhile, the shillings 1.6 trillion under Supplementary Schedule Number 2 is designated for the Ministry of Works and Transport to support ongoing road projects across the country.
It's 1 trillion 696 billion Uganda shillings. This schedule was all meant for Vote 016 Ministry of Works and Transport in order to fix various roads.
However, the allocation faced criticism. In a minority report, Kira Municipality Member of Parliament Ibrahim Semujunganda criticized the government for normalizing supplementary budgets, arguing that they have essentially become parallel national budgets.
You passed a budget here. The moment you allow the Honorable Musasi to go and change it by 8 trillion, he will be removing money from the items that you approved and putting the money to the items that he likes. For example, there is the money for youth mobilization tours. Where is that money coming from? All that must be explained according to our rules.
The MPs questioned why long-standing road projects were being presented as emergency funding.
But some of these things you're supposed to plan. We were here for the budget process, planning together. Why did you not bring these issues? That you're bringing them here now. We are scrambling, the speaker has to call members, come from your constituencies and so on, to come and deal with an emergency. This is a bad planning issue.
David Ijo, NTV.
And to advance the good